everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Amal, and if it's your first time here, welcome, hello, I hope you stay. For everyone else, thank you so much for coming back. I want to first and foremost say thank you all so much for 5,000 subscribers. Honestly, I didn't even know I would reach this point. I had no plans for this channel, and the fact that we're already at 5K, thank you all so much for your support. Honestly, your comments, your amazing messages is the reason why I feel so motivated to continue making content for you all, so thank you. If you are not subscribed though, this is a great time to. We're on a roll, we're pumping out the content, it's a good time, so please subscribe. My analytics say most of you that watch my videos are actually not subscribed, so take a minute right now. It's fun, I promise. Also, please turn on your post notifications. Sometimes the YouTube algorithm is weird and doesn't notify people if I do post a video, so make sure to turn on your post notifications so you get the message every time I post. Also, I gotta address the quality. As you can see, I'm not filming with my usual camera, I'm filming with my phone, and that's because I dropped my camera from that table right there. It was really sad. I watched it happen in slow motion. It wasn't even in a crazy, weird angle. It was just on the table and it just fell over for a mysterious reason. I don't know. I was so mad at myself because I went to New York last week. I posted on my Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, make sure you do. And I wasn't able to vlog anything, but don't worry. I'm getting my camera back tomorrow and I'm going to New York again on Wednesday for a great time. My friend is getting married, so I'm gonna go there for a wedding and I'm gonna take you along with me, inshallah. But I was so mad at myself and I was almost not gonna make a video this week because I was it's gonna be on my phone, and I just my phone has very little storage and is just so unpredictable. But I was you know what, I gotta do it. I have to celebrate 5K with you all, but so sorry for the quality. So sorry if it's weirder or shorter than usual. It's really just because of the situation. Hope you understand. But without further ado, I'm gonna be answering some of your questions today to celebrate 5K. I have a lot of new subscribers here, so I want you all to get to know me as well. So I'm gonna be answering a few of your questions. If you have more questions for me though, I'm always doing these Q&As, so make sure right now to leave a comment below on anything else you wanna know, and let me know if you all like these videos, and I might make some more. So without further ado, let's get into the questions. I'm reading my questions on my iPad. The first question I have is, has there been times when you felt so unmotivated as a YouTuber and in general, and how do you get better? Okay, so as you all know from my track record, I haven't always been the most consistent, but that's okay. I've changed, I am consistent now. And one of the worst times for me was definitely during the beginning of the pandemic. I just had no idea if I could continue my channel in the way I was. As you all know, I love vlogging. I love taking you all along with me. And I just felt like I had absolutely nothing to vlog. And I think that's when I feel the most unmotivated, is when I feel like I can't give you all the content that you deserve or you've kind of known from my channel. I always feel like I have to give you all top-notch quality. And when I feel like I can't do that, or it's something very not fun or interesting, I always feel just really bad about it, and that's when I feel the most unmotivated to make content. And the way I've gotten over that in the past is really just to remember that I'm here to really just tell my story, and my story fluctuates. Sometimes it's out and about, vlogging, and sometimes it's sitting here on my floor and just talking to you all. I think that the purpose of my channel was to connect with folks and to tell my story, and I just remind myself of that. And honestly, I read your comments. I love your comments. Leave one right now if you've gotten this far into the video. So I think a combination of that is how I get out of a rut when I am in one. So moving right along to the next question, I was wondering if you have any advice on how to convince foreign/Muslim parents to be okay with traveling as a girl in a respectful manner. I'm in my early 20s and I want to travel the world with my friends. I have tried to explain to my parents, but they're set on their own way of thinking. Any advice is appreciated. That's a really tough one, and something I'm asked a lot on my channel is just how to talk to your parents and convince them of things, especially with immigrant parents. I'm not sure about other countries, but in the US, they have a lot of fears, and a lot of it is just because you know, lack of understanding and lack of comfort. Like, imagine if you right now had to just go to a completely different area of the world that you have no idea about and just had to raise a family. Like, you're gonna be very concerned. So I definitely understand the concern. It can be frustrating though. So I think my advice for you would be, if your parents are more career oriented and career driven for you, I think maybe start off with some type of internship or a job or some type of opportunity that comes with traveling. So if you're like, mom and dad, I have this really cool opportunity, maybe it's not for like a very long time, maybe it's just for a little bit. It doesn't even have to be a huge thing. It could be like, I started a blog and I really want to document my trip here, and it's really going to increase my opportunities for X, Y, and Z. So maybe tie it to something they're okay with you doing, like furthering your career or getting ahead. So if you can maybe first get them comfortable with that, then I think later on they'd be more comfortable with you going other places as well. That's one thing. Another thing I would say is really just maybe go with a family member. If you have a sibling, maybe an older sibling, and that they feel comfortable if you two go together, maybe try that route. It will maybe, if you're not super close to your sibling, it might be not fun at first, but just to kind of get them eased into you traveling. And then honestly, if you prove to them that you're responsible and everything's okay, I think that might be good. Another way is maybe you are going to visit a family member at first by yourself, and then you're like, okay, I'm meeting some friends there or something. Like, I think that maybe just eating them into you kind of being by yourself, going abroad, and then kind of adding the friends element, I think you'll be golden if you do that. Okay, next question. How do you plan your YouTube videos? So my YouTube videos, I have a content calendar. I use the app Notion. It's really amazing, and I have a content calendar that I've downloaded on one of the pages you can download. And essentially I have a few different columns. One column is just my ideas that I just have for the future, and another column is the upcoming ideas, so I have it all planned, and then another column is the ideas that I've already kind of gone through. So the way I do this is I just kind of brain dump, like a few times, maybe a month, or every other month. I just go through and I'm like, you know what, these are the things I want to do. Maybe I'm inspired by someone else's video or an experience, and then I kind of go through that. And then I also sprinkle in some vlogs. I know that you all love vlogs on this channel, so I love doing that. But these types of videos, I script it also using Notion. Notion is amazing, and I write down what I want, and I also just use the Notes app to write down exactly what I want to say. And then honestly, I just kind of go in and freestyle. I think I work best if I am just not on a super tight script, but if you're the kind of person that needs to document everything you're gonna say, I would really recommend using Notion to do that. It's free, and yeah, I'll link it below if you all want to give it a try. And for my vlogs, I used to do one every month, but then I just think that was a little bit too overwhelming for me because it was just so much content. And then now I just sprinkle them in every few weeks. And then in the meantime, I do videos like this, or videos like my last one with Aisha and Chad. Please check those out if you haven't. They are really, really fun. I probably should have a bigger sustained system, but this works for me for now. Okay, next question. How did you meet Aisha and Chad? This actually works really well because I just filmed videos with them on my channel. Please go check them out. They're really amazing. For Aisha's video, she actually controls my day, and Chad's video, she actually controls my social media for a day. So both amazing videos. Please check them out. I will link them above. How did we meet? So Chad, I met her because we actually worked on a BuzzFeed video together. I was looking to include more Muslim content creators on the BuzzFeed channels, and I just found her on YouTube, and I didn't really know many content creators at the time, especially Muslim ones. So I reached out to her and I was like, hey, you want to be in this video I'm planning? And it just so happens that she was actually moving to LA literally that month. So it was perfect timing. And yeah, we just met that day on set and we immediately hit it off. She's so sweet, and just yeah, we became friends. She was new to the city. I had lived there for maybe a year or a few months at that time. And then we just didn't really hang out at first, but then I think a year later we hung out more and we became closer friends. Aisha though, I really don't remember how I met her, honestly. I think we just met through mutual friends in LA, but I don't remember the day that we actually met. We probably met at one of our mutual friends' house or something, or an event, but I just cannot remember. I just remember just being friends with her, so I don't remember, but I love them both. And again, if you want to see us being us, make sure to check out those videos. Moving right along to the next question. Where would you like to travel to? So travel right now is like kind of back on the table in the US at least, because we are fully vaccinated, thank God. And for me, I would love to go and travel to London. It's been so long since I've been there. I miss my friends so much. I miss the city, I miss my family. So I would love to visit there. And I actually talked about this before, but my place I would travel to that I haven't been before would be Zanzibar. So let me know in the comments below where you would travel to right now, because honestly it's summer and I just want to like be on a beach somewhere. So let me know in the comments where you would travel to as well. Next question. What inspired you to create your YouTube channel? Basically, like I've just been watching YouTube for, I can't even remember how long, but I think around like 2015, 2014, I started to watch more vloggers. And I just loved the way that they were able to seamlessly transition their life into a story that they could just share with others. I found that so fun. I love storytelling. If you all don't know, I just talk and talk forever, and I just love just painting a narrative and just kind of creating a whole scene. I love that. So I just love that they were able to do it so visually pleasing. And I would watch a lot of creators. I would just like wait for their next videos and next videos. I just love their life and the way that they like painted their life on YouTube. When I moved back to the States and to LA, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I love this. I really want to create this narrative, and I just want to share my story, and I just want to share other people's stories as well. So yeah, that's kind of what encouraged me to start this channel. And look at us, we're at 5K subscribers already. Next question. What's your goal for the future? Oh, I have so many goals, but I think my career goal for the future would be to work on like a documentary, like a docu-series, my own show on like a streaming service, and like to elevate voices, and then also working on social impact, social justice campaigns. That's kind of my big goal for the future. Recently, I've kind of been a lot more conscious of the fact that I just have so little control of my life, and that as long as I'm surrounded by loved ones and then I'm doing something that I love, that's just a goal accomplished, period, in itself. As long as I'm happy and healthy and doing something I love and helping people along the way, then I'm happy. The next question is kind of related as well. Do you have any future plans for your YouTube channel? I love your work. Thank you so much. I think for my YouTube channel, my biggest goal right now is consistency, and I just want to collab with more creators. If you have anybody that you would love to see me collab with, leave it in the comments right now. Like, let me know who you would want me to collab with, because I love collabing with different creators. If we can't do something in person, maybe we could do something virtually. But yeah, let me know, because that's a big goal of mine, is to do more collaborations. Next question. What is something you wished you learned earlier in life? Ooh, I love this. I think something that I did know, but I think I'm like relearning recently, is articulated best in like a hadith. It reflects on the idea of birds, right? Like birds wake up in the morning without really knowing where they're gonna get their sustenance, their food, their water from, but they just like have so much reliance and faith that they just are okay with just the fact that they really don't know, but they go out and they're taken care of, right? And I think that is something I'm relearning recently, is just that idea of like feeling like I have enough. Every day wake up with like just a sense of gratitude, and it's okay if I don't know, you know what I mean, exactly where my career is going or exactly where a certain project is going, as long as I'm feeling good about myself and I just, you know, I'm able to count my blessings. Next question. Fave K-pop groups. My favorite overall, like all time, is definitely 21. If you don't know, get into it. But I have a lot of faves, whether it's like solo artists or just groups. But I think a recent fave since kind of quarantine started is 17. I fell hard. I love them. I'm obsessed. Love the new album. I'm really into them right now. But I love like Zion T. I love like a lot of like the R&B. And if you have any more suggestions of people I should be checking out, let me know in the comments below. Next question. Can you give tips on femininity and womanhood, being soft and being okay with it? I think I'm learning. I think I'm very much still learning. I think I've always thought that being very, very tough was the biggest goal and just how you should be. But I think recently, as I've just like lived life, you know, as a woman, especially a Black woman in this country and in this world, I'm just more and more appreciating people who can just remain soft and remain kind through all of these experiences they have and a lot of the tough times as well. Very much, if you are a sensitive, soft person, leaning into that and appreciating that, right? Making sure that you're first and foremost kind with yourself and practicing there, right? Like starting there, practicing being kind and soft with yourself, I think is something that is just a very forgotten art, right? Like that is something that is so incredibly beautiful and something we, I think, take for granted. That's kind of what I would say about that, making sure that you are practicing that kindness and softness with yourself and then letting it radiate from inside to everybody else around you. What's your favorite part about vlogging? Ooh, okay, so I think I have two favorites. One is being able to create a story, like just being able to create a story about my just day and sharing it with you all immediately and being able to connect on that level. And I think my second favorite thing is having basically a time capsule of my life, right? Like recorded for me. That was something I didn't know I would get from this YouTube channel. I thought, cool, I'm gonna be creating stories, creating narratives, and I'll be able to connect with people around the world. But I didn't know that like an added benefit was that I could go back to what I was doing like October 2018 and like reflect on that. I have it all there and I could just go back and reminisce. And that's, I think, one of my favorite parts as well, is that I could just have that. So I think that if you are on the fence about starting a YouTube channel, that is something to maybe consider, that you don't have to necessarily like be a huge YouTuber to just record your favorite moments of your life and just have that, right, for yourself. Even if you never post it, like having that is something that I think is a huge benefit that I wasn't even expecting. Next question, what's your job title? That's a really good question. I'm like one of these like LA people that's like, I'm a this slash this slash this slash this. Basically, I think I would call myself like a producer director, I guess YouTuber as well. Like I love making YouTube videos, but yeah, I like produce content. I work with different companies to produce content, and I direct. I basically edit as well, all my own stuff. So yeah, I guess like a better kind of catch-all phrase would be a creative. I think that's kind of the best way to describe myself. I want to eventually make documentaries, so I'm gonna manifest and also call myself a documentarian. That sounds very bougie and I love it, but I'm gonna call myself that too. Next question, how's your apartment hunt? Or are you not moving back to LA? So my apartment hunt is essentially non-existent. I kind of gave up, but I didn't give up because I'm not moving back to LA, but I think I'm just very much living in the now. I refuse to just like punish myself for like not having an apartment and like not have moving out by now. I'm gonna just very much live in the moment. I'm chilling right now. Like I love being here in my house in San Diego. I love just being, you know, spending time with my friends here, my family here, and I love going to LA like when I need to go to LA. I think I eventually want to move back, but I don't know. Like, I don't have a timeline, and I think I was beating myself up about that for a long time. I didn't have a timeline. I didn't know what I was doing, and people would ask me. And my friends asked me because, you know, they miss me and they want me to come back, and like people are just kind of curious, which totally love and totally appreciate. But I think for me, it was like stressing me out because I was like, I don't know. And like, I think I have to just come to terms with the fact that I don't know. It could be like next month, things can change fast, but I think I'm just gonna like live in the moment and see. I'm not sure when, but I will definitely let you all know when I'm moving, because I will definitely be making moving vlogs. And yeah, you'll be the first to know. Don't even worry. What's your favorite type of jewelry? What's your favorite piece in your collection? Okay, so I have to say I'm a recent jewelry collector. I've always loved jewelry, but I think I've like upped the, you know, ante on jewelry in the last few months, I would say. And I think my favorite piece, like my favorite like type of jewelry are rings. I love rings. I think like rings just like accentuate everything you're saying. Look at me, I'm talking, you're looking at my hands, and I feel like because I don't get my like nails done, I don't really have like nails to show off. So I think rings are like my, you know, the closest I can come to that. So I love them. And I think my favorite piece of jewelry is this red ring right here. It belonged to my grandmother, and my mom gave it to me because she had it in her belongings. So my mom gave it to me, belonged to my grandmother, and yeah, I love it. I really, really treasure it. I wear it all the time. This ring is also really special for me. My friend Kpop actually gave it to me once when I was literally like complimenting it on her hand. I was like, I love that. And she's like, have it. And she actually got it from Pakistan. The person who actually sold it to her got it from Afghanistan. It's very special for me in that way as well. Okay, everybody, that's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. So sorry about this quality. I promise my camera is gonna be fixed. I appreciate you guys. Again, thank you so much for 5K subscribers. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. It's not too late to join the fam. Always space for you here, so make sure to join. Make sure you turn on the notifications so you can get it as soon as I post a video. Leave a comment below if you have any more questions. I'd love to hear from you all. And make sure to follow me on my Instagram if you want just like more daily content from me. I'm gonna be traveling, I'm going to New York, I'm doing New York things. So if you wanna be in the know, make sure to follow me on there. Thanks so much, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.